Hey friends, Happy New Year. Back at it here in January 2022. So I thought I'd do an update on some of the progress and then do a bunch of work and come back. So let's see where we are. I've gotten pretty far getting this engine standing alone. So it's all pulled out. Brake lines, fuel lines, all those kind of things. And the plan is to drop it down and out. So that's the plan. It's going to come along with the suspension. So all of this comes out, the cross member and everything underneath drops. Pull the tops off the suspension, pull it out. So that was an idea I got from Buy 401k on YouTube, and I think it's a good plan for in here. I've got enough room to kind of pull it out and make it work. Let's see, where else? I'm getting pretty far in all of this. Got these wheels off. They had these special, previous owner had these special locking lug nuts. You know, I don't know if people use those anymore. Is that really important? If people are really stealing wheels? But what a pain in the ass, because I don't have the key. I don't have the unlocking lug nut key. So I had to jam a socket on there and with a sledgehammer just kind of whack it on in a friction hold and pull it out. You can see the line where it impacted along there, but that worked. I got them. So that's done. I also got this gas cap off. Holy cow, that took forever and a day to get that thing off because I didn't have the key, of course, another key I didn't have. Let's see what we've got inside. Steering wheel's off. I started pulling a bunch of the light. Is the light? Nah, that's pretty dark. All right, camera's not gonna adjust. All right, so that's not gonna work. I got the handbrake out. I got pretty far in here. Let's see. This tank will come out. I'm gonna do this Pour 15 gas tank reconditioning program on it. So that's the plan there. Everything on the struts and brakes looks pretty good. So we'll pull all this stuff off and have to rebuild it, replace all the bushings and everything on this suspension as well. But that's about it. So I'm gonna go at it, and maybe the next time you see it, there won't be an engine. We'll see. All right, thought it would be time for another update. It's several days later, and as I had mentioned, would hopefully be done the next day. Having this engine out is not done, because obviously, like anything else, once you start doing it, it's a whole lot more complex than you thought. So I thought this was a good snapshot of what my work area typically looks like. Mess of tools, heat, driver, etc. But I spent the past several days getting the steering rack pulled and isolating the engine and everything. So basically, this is the steering arm for the car, and there's a tie rod that connects to the knuckle on here, and getting that thing off was a beast. They are on there with these friction connections that, hadn't moved for whatever, 49, 50 years. And getting them out took an extreme amount of pressure. And when you do pop them, I mean, they literally pop, like they explode apart. It was pretty impressive. At first it was kind of freaky. And then after, you know, I had to do 4 of them. And on the last one, it was actually kind of fun. But that's done, so you can see that the suspension is now pretty free. It's really going to come off with these 3 bolts. Let's take a look underneath. I'll show you a couple things. So the drive shaft, or the drive line, is disconnected from the transmission here. That transmission is held in place by this cross member, which needs to come out to drop it. There's another cross member up here on the engine that needs to come out and drop that. So the plan is to drop all of this assembly together and pull it out the front. So I think we're close. If we look here in the engine bay, we can see that I pulled a bunch of things out, so it's pretty clean in that there's no connections between the engine and anything else. It's free floating. It's just hanging on that cross member. So, so we're getting there. I will, okay, so maybe next time we talk, it'll actually have no engine. We'll see. Well, that is how you drop an engine. So I'm still gonna have to obviously get the frame up higher to pull that thing out in front, but mission accomplished. Little detail on what was going on back down under here was the drive shaft, and that was spilling out oil, but that's all blocked up. So it's stopped, but we now have an engine bay ready to be cleaned. So, in any case, that was a little exhausting, but that worked remarkably well. I mean, like anything in these kind of projects, really all the work was in the prep. So I spent the past, you know, I think in the last video I said I'll see you tomorrow. It's a week later for a sense of how long that took. All right, well, I'll get this cleaned up and come back. Well, there's a milestone. Up on 4 jack stands. Engine completely out. Sitting over here, giving up the last of its antifreeze. Mounts, collection of stuff. So, now it starts to really assess what we have on the body and what is to be done. Probably the next step is to clean up this trashed workbench. It's just like stuff strewn everywhere. In any case, it's all right. So there we go. Until next time, when this should be a little cleaned up, I guess, be the next step. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching.